How's it going, everybody? Well, welcome back to the Time Cave, and we're taking things a little further back, at least to the 19th century, maybe 1870s, 1880s, around there. This here is a candle, as you can very well see. Maybe you can't see very plainly in this video because of the lighting, but it is being held by a mining tool, once known as a sticking Tommy. It's a forged piece of metal from a blacksmith shop, made into a loop with a pointed end, and it has a little receiver for a candle. It also has a little hook up here, so it could be hung from maybe a piece of wood timber or shoring. Also a miner's pocket on his coat or his hat. But also the other end, the pointed end, was used for jabbing into a rock wall. So you could have light in the area you were working. Now, the interesting thing about these is they were successful, and they made plenty of amount of light, especially if you had several in your work area. And I think most miners had one, so in a general area there were several miners working. And so you could light up a corner of a cavern fairly well, especially after your eyes adjusted to the dark. And let's all just be sure that we're clear on this. In a cave, there is absolutely no light that comes in at all. It's pitch black, and no matter what you see in the movies, they have lighting so you can see what's going on. In the background. There were no lights at all inside of mine shafts or caves, but these things were your only source of light for a very long period of time until electricity came about. Now, the crazy thing about an open flame is, well, of course, there's bad pockets of air in caves and mines that they would come across, and it would cause suffocation or explosion because of natural gas pockets. So yeah, they had to figure out something different that was safer to use so that they weren't losing miners and also hours of work. So yeah, it was a hard time. Nothing to glorify about those early periods, but something to admire and respect, of course. But this is a special piece in the collection because I recently acquired this later last year, and I have a little bit of early history in my collecting life with the sticking Tommy. I never owned one until recently, but when I was about 9 years old, there was a field trip up in Monrovia Canyon, and we went, my brother and my mother and I, and a gentleman was showing us some mining tools from the gold rush around this area. And he had one of these, but without a candle, and he just held it up and says, "What is this? Can anyone tell me what this is?" I raised my hand. I said, "That is a candlestick holder." And the only reason I knew that is because I saw one in a photograph in National Geographic, and it was about the gold rush, and they had many other photos of different mining tools and accessories. And the photo they had of one had a candle in it, and it was burning just like this. But so I already knew, had a head start, but I definitely made an impression on all the mothers and other kids, and they were just kind of dumbfounded, as well as the gentleman who was giving the tour. He was very impressed that a 9-year-old boy would know. But then again, I was an exception. I liked old things from very early on. I loved history, and it always fascinated me, so that was me. But yeah, so let's get a little more light on in here so we can actually see what we're looking at. Alright, yeah, you can probably see it better. As you can see, yeah, pretty great, right? Yeah, it's definitely hand forged from a blacksmith, so this one probably dates earlier, 18, maybe 60s, 70s. It's hard to really say. There's no date stamp or company branding on this, so it's kind of up to speculation. An expert would probably be able to tell me more, but I am not an expert. I just know what this is and how approximately old it is. But that's not really the whole intent here. That's not why I'm making this video, but it's just something nostalgic for me because it goes back to my early collecting days, just about when I was really getting into kerosene lanterns. But anyways, let's return back to the 19th century without the aid of electric light. Anyways, I like it. I burn it ever so often. I just have to buy some more candles, but it is a really neat piece, and I'm really happy to have it. So until next time, just as a reminder, if you like these videos, please subscribe and ring that bell so you get those notifications, all right? Because I try and make one every week. Yeah, we have fun. We try to share things of different periods and different applications, different, lighting things. But you get the gist. From my time cave to your screen, have a great weekend, everybody.